you might remember that incident in 1625 when aliens landed in Castle in Scotland.
Well, yeah.
But what people don't realize is that one of the aliens thought they were landing somewhere else on another planet, and they called him Wrong Way Alien Pilot.
So these aliens landed in Scotland in 1625. They were not supposed to land on this planet. They were supposed to land on another planet because their pilot, named Wrong Way Alien Pilot,
the aliens refer to themselves as
wasn't
aliens.
really a pilot. He was actually the singer of a band on another planet.
In the year 1625.
Yes.
Yes. A pilot named Wrong Way Alien Pilot. Well, WAP for short, we'll call him. Crash landed in a castle in Scotland, thinking he was on his way for a gig, but ended up on Earth instead.
The gig from hell.
But at the last second, he remembered that he had to save the president, and he landed too many years beforehand.
Guys. Wrong Way Alien Pilot.
Oh, him, yeah.
It's a rock opera. You know why he's such a bad pilot? He's actually a musician trying to get to a gig, gets totally lost in time and space, ends up in Scotland hundreds of years ago, 1700s, I don't know when, doesn't matter, we'll figure it out. He's trying to rescue the president, he gets mixed up in all sorts of crazy adventures, it's going to be fantastic. Wrong Way Alien Pilot! An alien landed in 1625 to play a gig on another planet, but he got lost, everybody! And now he has to save the president, who hasn't even been born yet! What?
In the year 1625, Wrong Way Alien Pilot, who is actually a member of a rock band, crash landed an alien ship in Scotland near Loch Ness.
Yep. I was expecting this to happen.
And he thought he was on his way to a gig on another world, but he ended up on Earth instead, where he realized he has to save the president, but he got lost in time as well, and ended up in Scotland in 1625. And it's a rock opera, and it's got attitude.
There's this attitude-y rock opera about an alien named Wrong Way Alien Pilot who is going to a gig on another planet, gets lost in time and space, is supposed to save the president too, but lands in Scotland in 1625. It's a rock opera, which I said. And yeah, and he lands right next to Loch Ness. But he actually really meant to do that. Everybody thinks it was an accident, but he really meant to do it because he's pregnant with the Loch Ness Monster's baby.
1625. This alien pilot, singer thing, crash landed on Earth. Oh, he's played by E.T. But, he was on his way to this gig on, like, Drainus or something. Then he got this message from some weird person thing, whatever. But they said, come to Earth and save the president. When he comes to Earth, he crash lands. He's not really a pilot. But, I realized he's in the wrong time. And he looks around. You realize, oh God, I'm pregnant.
It's a historical rock opera, Attitude, starring E.T. as a misnamed alien rock star who's heading for a gig on some other planet, or so we thought, but actually ends up in Scotland at some point, pregnant with the Loch Ness Monster's baby somehow. It's a kid's movie. When he goes to tell Loch Nessie the news, he gets trapped in an underwater cave.
Oh no!
Rock opera set in Scotland near Loch Ness, 1625, starring Wrong Way alien pilot, played by E.T., who is actually a rock singer on his way to another planet when he ended up on Earth in the wrong time period because he's supposed to save the president. But nobody really knows that the real reason he landed in Loch Ness is because he is the mother of Nessie's child. And so he goes to tell her when he's captured in a cage. And that is when Dr. von Schmitten has sent his evil henchmen in with laser sharks to kill him and Nessie's child so that his child cannot be the actual one to save the president!
In the year 1625, the world was turned upside down when aliens landed near Loch Ness. As a surprise to everyone, including these aliens, because they thought they were on a mission to the future when there was a president in the U.S. who needed saving. But unfortunately, their pilot had been knocked out and impersonated by a alien rock musician who had no sense of direction at all, but was trying to get to a gig on another planet. But they didn't know because it was sort of a blind date kind of crew. So they didn't know he wasn't really the pilot. So he put them in the wrong time, and he put them in the wrong place. And then I think he got the Loch Ness Monster pregnant while they were singing in 4/4 time this duet. And then they separated, and one of them was carrying the baby, but I'm not sure which because they were both female. And when they came back together to talk about this thing, suddenly Wrong Way alien pilot was encaged. But don't worry, because we hate to have our aliens encaged. The Baron von Schmitten with the laser sharks came to free him because he was mad that he was really the long-term partner of the Loch Ness Monster and didn't know that the Loch Ness Monster was screwing around inside, on the side, so he decided to mess that whole thing up with his laser sharks.
Woo! Whoa! Wow.